Hello, Aries, and welcome to your October reading. Let's go ahead and get started here with an oracle card. So what does Aries need to know for October 2024? Okay, we have a card that says rejection. Now, this might be that you are getting rejected from something or you are the one doing the rejecting. Could really go either way. We do have a very powerful eclipse in Libra, which of course is opposite of you. So there could be something relational going on. But either way, this, I don't know why I'm feeling inspired to say this, but we know that, rejection is God's protection. That's what we often say. So if something isn't working out or you do have to push something away or whatever the case may be, chances are it's an ideal situation, even though it may not feel like it. With so many changes going on, with Pluto stationing direct in Capricorn, Jupiter retrograde, also the eclipse, also Mars, your ruling planet, is going to be moving through its pre-shadow phase as it prepares for a retrograde this year. There really is just a lot going on change-wise. A lot of people are ready for these big changes, and sometimes rejecting things or being rejected is a part of the process of pushing those changes along. Now we have the dog spirit that says, be loyal to what you love. There are going to be things that you will likely, need to put effort in terms of keeping intact. Being loyal to your dream, being loyal to your family, being loyal to your spouses and partners, and staying committed and reaffirming that commitment on a regular basis. Sometimes we need to kind of regroup a little bit and reprioritize and make sure that we are actually prioritizing our true top priorities. So this is going to be kind of it is Libra season right now in the beginning of October. So it is a period of adjustment. Okay, so we do need to make adjustments accordingly. So we have the 10 of coins and the Knight of Cups. It's a really great start there. And a 9 of Swords. I haven't seen the 9 of Swords all that much this month. But let's start with the 10 of coins first, because I think that's kind of a louder energy, if I'm being honest with you. The 10 of coins really is the vision board. Okay, so whatever it is that you see for yourself, for your life in all facets. So your finances, your relationship, your family, your living, your health, your spirituality, your free time, whatever. All those things are encompassed here in the 10 of coins. And I think your goals are very front of mind right now, which is a good thing. They should be front of mind. They should be front of mind because it dictates our actions and our choices. When we really do start making choices that align with our 10 of coins life, the 10 of coins life unfolds very easily. This is the epitome of one of my favorite quotes. And for some reason, this quote is coming out a lot this month. I'm not quite sure why I'm feeling so compelled to share this, but I don't even know who said it really. But it's before you can be what you want to be, you have to be what you want to be. And it just really speaks to embodiment. So when we have the 10 of coins, this is your opportunity to truly and fully embody this person that you see yourself becoming today, right? You can become that person today through your actions, through your words, through your behaviors, through your patterns and your mindsets. And right now with the Knight of Cups right next to it, I'm feeling a ton of optimism that could, it's like the more and more you embody this 10 of coins life, the more optimistic you become, the more there's going to be an enhanced sense of possibility with everything. You're going to be more convinced than ever that yes, you can have this. Yes, this is the kind of life that you can lead. The 9 of Swords is probably the part of you that looks around at your current life, your current circumstances, and says, yeah, but I'm not at my 10 of coins yet. It's the part of you that's trying to kill the passion that's trying to come out. And we did get a rejection card. So it is possible that there is some kind of a setback that happens. So here we have this kind of gung-ho thing going on. And then all of a sudden, we have to smash the brakes real quick. The thing is, again, like I said before, rejection is ideal. Whether you are doing the rejecting, which is not always easy, or if you are the one being rejected, either way, it's going to throw a wrench in the spokes a little bit. And yeah, it might cause some stress and anxiety. And yeah, it might kind of knot your stomach a little bit. And there might be some, I don't know, some kind of something that, I don't know, it's just going to kind of change the game. Now, please do not be so stressed by my talking about this. For some of you, this is going to be kind of a blip on the radar, maybe 1 to 2 days where things kind of just go not so great. Some of you, it might be a little bit bigger than that, but either way, this is a redirection. You are absolutely being redirected, and it is making space for this 10 of coins. You probably just can't see it, because when we're in the 9 of coins, when we're in the 9 of swords, rarely can we see it. Seeing it is not a thing here. Okay, and we often kind of are trapped by our own little bubble. So we don't want to throw out a bunch of meaning and place a bunch of meaning on things too prematurely. Because in time, we're going to look back and we're going to say, oh, that's not what that meant at all. That's not what that rejection was about at all. Not even close. Because this is like what kills the spirit. And there's a lot of spirit in the beginning. So this kills the spirit. And again, it might feel like a major setback, but it's not. In actuality, it is 100% not a setback. It's making space for something. And I'm not just trying to like wax all optimistic and poetic about it. It's just the astrological environment that we're in right now. Yeah. Because I think you're being pushed right now, Aries. You're being pushed to do something very different. And I think you're being pushed to challenge yourself in scary kinds of ways. The astrological environment is not comfortable, and it hasn't been comfortable all year. And it was never meant to be comfortable. And even next year, I'm not going to say it's going to be as uncomfortable as this year, but even next year, as Pluto officially makes its way into Aquarius for good. And not only that, but next year we also have Saturn coming into a conjunction with Neptune. So there isn't really going to be a ton of stability even through next year either. And I think we need to really just kind of accept that fact and embrace that I'm kind of seeing you operating at a rapid pace. Things could absolutely change and turn on a dime for you. It depends on how willing you are to let your life be turned around. And again, I'm not saying you want your whole life to be turned around. It might just be one specific area. But see, what happens is this kind of feels like a tower to me. Like if you're familiar with the tarot, the tower is kind of a shocking, out of the blue, like something crumbling down kind of energy. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here with the 9 of Swords. The reason this is happening is because you actually do step into, it's like the moment you start to embody that 10 of coins, the minute anything that's not aligned with it is going to come crumbling down. And you're going to think, oh my gosh, I changed my behavior and look at what happened. I lost the things that I was trying. No. You were never meant to keep those things intact in the first place. You were never meant to keep those things alive. Okay, there are still things with that Pluto and Capricorn era that we're going to have to walk away from like mid-sentence. Like there are just tasks and projects and things that you really are not meant to finish. You don't have to bring everything to a close. You can stop in the middle, turn into a different direction, and start moving that other direction. And I think a lot of people are doing that. And Aries, I think you are doing that with that 8 of Cups. It seems very clear that there is some type of a pathway that you were on, some type of a trajectory that you were on and you thought was for you, that you're now going to be waking up and say, oh dang, that was not for me at all. But it's going to be hard because you really thought it was. It's going to be hard because maybe you genuinely wanted it so much. It's going to be hard because You were maybe locked in and you were convincing yourself that that's the life that you were going to create. But see, we need to remember that we're constantly co-creating with the universe all the time. And the universe is always going to present something better. And that you do have kind of a limited, narrow view. And that the pain of what's going on is only happening because you had that limited, we all have it, human beings, right? We all have that limited view. And that's where this pain and stress is coming from. And the Eight of Cups is that suggestion that you're going to be walking away. You are going to be throwing up your hands and you're going to be saying, I am done. I want to leave. I want to move on. I want to evolve. I want to be somewhere else. I want to be on my 10 of coins. And that sucked. That hurt. That was not so great. So let's just try to move on. Let's just try to, start over and start fresh. Now, I do really like the Knight of Swords in this deck, in this reading for you. He's really giving like fury. Like there is something happening very quickly. And you are turning things around very quickly. This is why I don't think this is going to be all that long lasting, because you're going to immediately convert it into this Eight of Coins. This is a clear case of transmutation where you are transmuting something not so great. And what it's doing is it's instilling a passion in you. It's instilling a passion. It's instilling a sense of purpose. Because sometimes walking away here means walking away and leaving so much behind. And maybe there is a quality of starting completely fresh, starting with a total blank slate. And when you have that blank slate, you don't have a lot of resistance. And so all this hard work can be done in a state of flow and ease. Because clearly there was something in your life that was not flowing, that was not happening. It was not like you were trying to make it happen and it couldn't. And now there's, like I said, there's something that's like, yeah, but now you really can't. At least not in the way that you think. At least not in the way that you were trying to make it happen. So there does seem to be some kind of like completely different trajectory coming online for you. But once you make that decision and you say, okay, I accept that it's not going to work. I accept that I'm kind of being rejected from this path. And then you say, well, then I guess I better start carving a new one, and you get to work. And what I love so much about this Eight of Coins is that you actually start seeing results. This is absolutely going to get you closer to that 10 of Coins way sooner than this Nine of Swords ever could or would. So you are going to probably by the end of the month really start seeing the changes coming online, and you're going to see your life actually transforming. You're going to see things happening. It's going to be tangible because it's a coin card. So there is a tangibility, but it's all because you're coming in so furiously. When I say furious, I don't mean like angry or anything. It's just there's the flurry of energy, if you will. I'm trying to think of better words, but it's so intense and it's so passionate. It's so dedicated and committed. And the more and more energy that you put in that's like that, the more success you will inevitably have. The Eight of Coins is a very successful thing. Okay, you are going to be successful. You are going to produce incredible results. There's not a doubt in my mind. And this also seems like something that you're doing on your own. I don't necessarily see other people being involved in this. Like you're really taking responsibility for yourself. You're taking responsibility for your goals and your actions and implementing them for you. So let's see what else comes out here for Aries for October. Beautiful King of Swords. Five of Wands and Five of Cups. Okay. The Five of Wands does seem to involve other people. like, I feel like people are bothered. Okay, now this is a theme that's coming out, and I had to sit with that for a second because I'm like, is this the same as what I've been seeing with the other signs? And the answer is yes. So what I'm seeing throughout this October is that there's a very clear divide happening. We have two groups of people forming. There are the people that are feeling empowered and they've done the healing work. They've become more whole and more complete. They're higher consciousness, more self-aware, all that kind of stuff. And then there's the people who are not. Now, one is not better than the other, but we need to understand that people who are on two different tracks are still interacting. Okay, so you seem to be absolutely stepping into this. I mean, I feel like all these cards are all you, 100%. This is your optimism and your hope and your sense of possibility. This is your determination and your commitment. And this is your mastery. And there does seem to be a significant and very rapid elevation that Aries is going through. Like, your standards are getting raised. Your demands are up here. Like, everything is lifting. Okay, because you're in a position now where you kind of have to have those higher standards for everything. Because that's what's in line with the 10 of coins, and that's what you've been building. And it's like anything from your past where you didn't uphold those standards is what got you here. This happened for a reason. All right, it's not just coming out of the blue. Usually with the 9 of swords, it's something that has been building up and building up for a long period of time. And so, it's coming to a head now. But your healing journey and your self-development and self-awareness journey is going to serve you quite well because you are going to be able to turn it around so fast. Once you're here, you're immediately going to be stepping into that, really high degree of self-respect and empowerment and all that kind of great stuff, which kind of puts you in an untouchable position. And I'm going to be honest, this is kind of a cool energy month. This is not like a warm and fuzzy, all in your feels, feeling good kind of time. This is a time where, things are, people are more cool tempered. They're a little bit more sharp, maybe a little bit quick to sting, like the Scorpio sting, right? They're a little quick to attack. And Aries, I think you are. I think there is a very quick to defend yourself, quick to stand up, quick to say no, quick to do your own rejections, quick to establish the boundary, whatever the case is. Like, Aries is on point with stuff right now. I think a lot of people who are in that holistic place, they're very quick to be making decisions, especially because it feels right. Certain things are going to feel right and other things are just not going to feel right. So when it feels right, you're going to be like, let's move on that because that is where I'm supposed to be. But not everyone is like that. So let's talk about the 5 of Wands, because these are the personalities, the ones that are likely going to be going through this same astrological environment. They'll be going through their own 9 of swords and their own tower moments and their own but they're not going to have the awareness. And so they might be a little out of control. They might be a little bit more aggressive. Like, everyone's going to be a little bit more aggressive. So it might be a little abnormal coming from them. There does seem to be a competition or a competitive spirit there. There seems to be people who want to inject themselves in your process. It might be that the people who put you here and kind of forced you to move on and forced you to change this path are now like, oh, well, Aries, why did you change the path? Why did you change the plan? Why did you do this? We were always going to do it that way. And it puts you in a position where you have to say, I'm doing this because of you. I'm doing this because of how you treated me or what happened between us or what happened in this scenario. I'm doing it because of that. And if they try to talk you into going back, it's too late. It's too late because you've already seen the progress of this. That's the thing, is what I like so much about the speed is that it's going to prevent you from going back. Because if you start seeing results and progress on the new one, then there's no fear. And you're not going to be afraid to the point where you're like, okay, well, yeah, maybe I will go back because I don't really have any other options. Or yeah, I will go back because it is the one that makes the most sense or whatever. It's not going to make sense. That past thing You know it's done and gone, Five of Cups. You know it's done. You know it's over. There might be a little bit of a mourning period. I'm not going to say that this is going to be easy, because it probably won't be easy. Because especially if it was something you always wanted, or it was something you were always working for, and you thought you had to do it a certain way, and now you can't anymore, and you're kind of being booted off that track, well, you're going to have to kind of say goodbye to that old life, because maybe there was even a part of your own identity that was all wrapped up in that too. So maybe there's a part of yourself that you have to say goodbye to. But that's the thing with the North Node in Aries, is that there's always going to be some kind of a reinvention of our identity with that. And next year in January, when that North Node moves into Pisces, that's really when your identity can really start to take hold, this new identity that you're creating right now. That's why the embodiment is so important. There's a future purpose for all of this. But I think it is going to make you kind of sad. There's going to be some grief and remorse and maybe some reflection with that Five of Cups. But like I say, there is no chance that you're going to be going backwards, because you've already made it to this king level. Like, this is a very quick graduation, very fast. Rarely happens, but I do see speed right now. I'm not seeing that things are going to be taking forever and it's going to be months and months and months. No, why should it? Why should it take months and months and months? It doesn't have to. If it doesn't, why should it? So I don't think you're going to let things take time. You are going to be pushing things forward, probably with a lot more force than you have the past 6 months. And you may even accomplish a lot more in 30 days than you have in the past 6 months too. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the clarifiers. Now, for those of you who are new, we're going to open up all these cards and we're going to talk about this in much, much, much more detail. So if you want to join, the comprehensive link is down in the description box in the comment thread down below. We normally talk for like 25 to 30 minutes longer. So it's like a whole second reading. So if you want to join, you are absolutely more than welcome. Let's take a look here at the 10 of coins. What is it that you need to know about the 10 of coins here? 7 of coins, 7 of cups, and 3 of wands. I just don't think Aries is in a position where you're ready to wait anymore. Yeah, 10 of swords, 6 of wands, the magician. It's the waiting that kills me here. It's like, how long have you been waiting, Aries? How long have you been putting it off or waiting for other people or whatever? How long have you been waiting? 9 of coins, 9 of wands, 4 of cups, Emperor, another Knight of Swords. I really like that Knight of Swords for you a lot. And 2 of Swords. So another 5 of Cups, a Queen of Swords. The sword, you're really coming out with the sword energy big time. It's not that emotional. Another 8 of Cups. Queen of Coins, beautiful. Love to see her coming out. Another King of Swords. 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands has been coming out a lot too. Knight of Wands, love it. Devil. I think we're kind of getting a little bit of evil Aries. A little bit of the evil Aries, and I say that kind of, jokingly, not really the evil part of you, but like the dark power. Beautiful. Page of Swords. Ace. Okay, wonderful. Love to see that Fool. All right, so this is where we're going to pick up, Aries. So if you want to join, the link in the description box and the pinned comment thread down below. Thank you all so much. Have an amazing month, and I'll talk to you soon.